One day, two girls named Vanessa and Olivia were very excited because today they had decided to do some cooking and they were trying to work out what they should make. Let's have a look in the pantry, said Nessie, and maybe we can work out what we should make based on the ingredients that are there. Good idea, said Olivia. So they went over to the pantry and opened it up. But to their surprise, there was something very unexpected in the pantry. Hello, said a voice. Wah, said the girls. Who are you? My name is Thingy Whopper, said the very long-armed, long-legged man standing in the pantry. And I have come to collect you for some very special cooking that needs to be done. What? Said the girls. Yes, we have a very, very important cooking assignment and I have been sent to collect you. Really? Said the girls. Really? Said Thingy Whopper. Just then, their mum stepped into the kitchen. Girls, have you found Thingy Whopper yet? Yes, we have. He was in the pantry. Yes, and we must go, because there is cooking to do, and I need you, said Thingy Whopper. Off you go, girls. Off on an adventure with Thingy Whopper. Okay, they said. Where are we going? Well, first of all, you need this, said Thingy Whopper, and he gave them two very amazing-looking aprons. Please put them on. Okay, said the girls. So they each put on their very special, very amazing-looking apron. Ah, fantastic. Now, put your hands in the pocket of the apron. Okay. They put their hands in the pocket. Can you feel the button? Yes, there is a button inside the pocket. Please press it on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Both girls pressed the button inside their aprons and they disappeared. When they reappeared, they were in. What is this place? Said Olivia. I have no idea, said Nessie. It looks really old and really fancy. We are in a castle, said Thingy Whopper. A castle? Said the girls. Yes, we have been summoned to cook for the Queen. The Queen of England, said Nessie. No, the Queen of Fairyland, said Thingy Whopper. The Queen of Fairyland, said Olivia. Just then, a fairy flew into the kitchen. Ah, Thingy Whopper, yes, you're back, said the fairy. Hi, girls, she said. Hi, said Olivia. Hi, said Nessie. Ah, yes, Peach, we are back. Ah, great, said Peach the magic fairy. Well, the Queen is very, very hungry, and she's asked for you to make something extra special and extra ridiculous. Ridiculous, said Thingy Whopper. That must be my specialty. How are we going to cook something ridiculous, said the girls. Don't worry, said Peach. All the ingredients inside this kitchen are magical. What? Said the girls. Yeah, you can make amazing, beautiful, wonderful things, said Peach. Well, have fun, she said. We will, said Thingy Whopper. Come on, girls, we must get to the cooking. Okay, said Olivia. Where should we start? We probably need to begin with a bowl. Good idea, but which bowl should we choose? What do you mean? Aren't they just bowls? Ah, nothing is as it seems in this kitchen. They went over to a cupboard, and when they opened it up, they stepped in, and there was an entire room filled with bowls. And this was not a small room. This was a room that was bigger than the girls' house. They could see bowls everywhere. And the strange thing was, pick me, said one of the bowls. No, pick me, said another. The bowls are talking, said Olivia. Yes, of course they're talking. They all want to be part of the cooking process, said Thingy Whopper. Which one will you choose? Maybe we should have a competition, said Olivia. Great idea, said Nessie. Okay, bowls, you can all compete to decide who will be the bowl for our very special cooking. Yay, pick me! Nah, pick me. Pick me. Well, how are we going to make the competition, said Olivia. Maybe we pick the bowl that can spin the fastest. Oh, good idea. Okay, bowls, whichever one of you can spin the fastest will get to be the bowl for our big special cooking. 3, 2, 1, spin! Yelled Thingy Whopper, and the bowls began to spin as fast as they could. As they spun faster and faster, it became very clear that there was one bowl that was spinning faster than all the others. The reason it became clear was because the bowl was spinning so fast it had created some form of little tornado that was sucking everything into the center of the room. Let's pick that one, said Olivia as she was getting sucked towards it. How do Louie, stop it! Thingy Whopper stretched out one of his very long, very stretchy arms and grabbed hold of the bowl from the side. You have been chosen, said Thingy Whopper. Hooray, said the bowl. So they took him back out of the room and went back into the giant kitchen inside the fairy castle. That was fun, said Olivia. What next? We need some ingredients, said Olivia. They looked around the room, but they couldn't see any ingredients anywhere. What happened to all the ingredients? Said the girls. Well, you don't need to have them there. You just need to be able to create them, said Thingy Whopper. How do we create them? Said the girls. Just then, Peach appeared back in the room. Have you selected a bowl? She said. Yes, said the girls. Okay, well, here's your ingredient wands, she said, and she threw 2 wands towards the girls. They held them up. Wow, these are amazing. Well, what are you going to create? Well, what does the queen want? Said Olivia. She said something ridiculous. We can do ridiculous, said Nessie. Let's just try. She held the wand over her head. How do I use this thing? Well, I don't actually know, said Thingy Whopper. Maybe just try something? Okay. So Nessie held the wand over the top of her head. Maybe we need some flour, she said. And as she waved the wand, flowers started falling from the roof. Not those kind of flowers, said Olivia. Oh dear, they're meant to be just like normal flour. Nothing is normal here. Maybe we should use them. Okay, said the girls. So they started racing around the room trying to collect the flowers that were falling from the roof. It was very fun. They collected them in little baskets and they took them over to the bowl. Need me to spin? Said the bowl. Not yet, said Olivia. Yeah, said Nessie. Just wait. We need some more ingredients. Maybe we need some milk or something like that. Okay, I'll try this time. Olivia held the wand over her head, and as she waved it, there was a noise at the door. Moo! A cow, said Nessie. Oh, let's get some milk from the cow. Moo, said the cow, shaking its head. What? Said the girls. Then it started to run around the kitchen. Somebody catch it, yelled Olivia. Come back here, yelled Thingy Whopper, chasing after the cow. He looked very funny running after it with his very long arms and very long legs, but this cow was very fast and very agile. It started running around between all the benches. It even did a backflip over the top of Thingy Whopper and landed behind him. How are we going to get the milk if this cow keeps running away? I think we might need to use our wands again, said Olivia. Yeah, good idea, said Nessie. What should we do? Who knows? Just wave them and see what happens. So as the girls waved their ingredient wands over the top of their heads, all of a sudden, licorice straps came out the end of their wands. Maybe we can use these to catch the cow, said Olivia. Good idea, said Nessie. So they started running around trying to catch the cow. They waved their licorice strap wands towards the cow and managed to grab it by the feet. Then they went over and grabbed it around the tummy. Please, cow, we need some of the milk to be able to make our very special... I don't even know what we're making yet, said Olivia. Me either, said Nessie, but we do need some of the milk. They cuddled the cow, and as they did, moo, moo, the cow calmed down, and it began to smile, and then... all of a sudden, they looked across at the bowl. What's going on? Said Olivia. I'm filling with milk. What? Said the girls. The cow smiled. Did you make the milk magically appear in the bowl? Moo, said the cow as it nodded its head. Thank you, said the girls. Moo, said the cow as it walked back out the door. Did you catch it? Said Thingy Whopper, bursting up from underneath a pile of pots and pans. We've got some milk, said the girls. What's next? Just then, Peach flew back into the room. Excuse me, girls, you might need to hurry. The queen is very, very, very hungry. But we've only got milk and flowers at the moment. Well, you better work quick, said Peach. Okay, said the girls. Peach flew back out. Let's go multi-ingredient, said Olivia. Really, said Nessie. That sounds like fun, said Thingy Whopper. All right, let's wave our wands as fast as we can and think of as many different things and see what happens, said the girls. Ready? 1, 2, 3, wave! So the girls started waving their wands. And the kitchen filled with chaos. There was flying sprinkles and frosting flying all around the room. There was biscuits that were dancing and sprinkling breadcrumbs everywhere. There was marshmallows that exploded into more marshmallows, which exploded into even more marshmallows until there were so many marshmallows they could hardly even get around the room. More ingredients kept flying in from every direction. Sugar! What? Said the girls. All of a sudden they looked up and there was 2 big bags that seemed to be singing sugar. Why are they yelling that? I would take cover if I was you, said Thingy Whopper. All of a sudden, sugar started raining down from the ceiling. It was going everywhere. What are we doing? Said Olivia. I don't know, said Nessie. Use the bowl, said Thingy Whopper. Good idea. Hey, bowl, can you spin as fast as you can? Yeah, spin, spin, spin. The bowl began to spin in the middle of the room, and the faster he spinned, the bigger the tornado that he was creating became. It was so big it sucked all the ingredients right into the bowl, and they were all sucked and stuck in the middle. What do we do now? Throw it in the oven, yelled Thingy Whopper. Is the bowl okay to go in the oven? Yeah, spin, oven, said the bowl. Okay, so the girls raced across, picked up the bowl and carried it across to... Where's the oven? Said Olivia. I don't know, said Nessie. Thingy Whopper looked around. Maybe we try the wands? Let's do it slowly this time, said Olivia. Okay, said Nessie. So they drew an oven with their wands, and as they did, the oven appeared. The bowl went inside and it began to cook, and ding! Is it finished already? Said Olivia. I think so, said Nessie. Let us see, said Thingy Whopper. As they opened the oven, there inside was a beautiful looking cake. It actually looked amazing. It looked almost perfect. Oh, I'm not sure that it's ridiculous. Just then, Peach flew in. Is the food ready? Yes, said the girls, but we don't know if it's ridiculous enough. Well, we'll have to try. So, the girls followed Peach out of the kitchen. They walked into the throne room. It was filled with fairies. They were everywhere, and a beautiful fairy was sitting on a gigantic throne that was covered in leaves and feathers and sparkles. It was stunning. The queen was sitting in the throne. Is my food ready? She said. Oh, she looks very serious. It better be good, she said. Uh-oh, said the girls. They placed the cake in front of the queen. I will do the honours, said the queen, picking up a knife to cut the cake. She held it up. The girls were so nervous. Thingy Whopper was nervous too. Oh, I hope it's good or we may never get invited back to Fairyland. As the queen put the knife into the cake to cut the first piece. Uh-oh, said Olivia. Big uh-oh, said Nessie. They looked up, and the queen's face was completely covered in exploded cake. But not just the queen's face, the entire throne room and everyone in it was completely covered in exploded cake, with marshmallows and sprinkles almost painting the walls. We're in big trouble, said Olivia. Massive trouble, said Nessie. Oh dear, said Thingy Whopper. That's when they looked at the queen, and she smiled. This is the most amazing cake I have ever seen! Hooray! And all the fairies in the throne room started flying around the room, dancing, singing, and scraping little pieces of cake off the wall and tasting it. It tastes incredible too! Hooray! Congratulations, Olivia! Congratulations, Nessie! Well done, Thingy Whopper, said the queen. This is the most exciting, most ridiculous, best thing that I have ever eaten. Hooray, said the girls. We did it! Well done, girls! Congratulations! Very well done, said Peach. That is amazing. You have done so well, said the queen, that you are welcome back in Fairyland whenever you like. You can come here and use our kitchen. Thanks, said the girls. This has been fun, but we better get back home. Yes, I best be getting you back home. Okay, how do I get them back home again? He said. Oh, don't we just press the button inside our aprons? Oh, yes, well done. So the girls put their hands in their aprons. Goodbye, everybody. And they pressed the button. They appeared back in their kitchen, still completely covered in exploded cake. Their mum was standing there. Girls, what happened to you? Well, said Olivia, I don't think you'd believe us, even if we told you. And that is the end of the story. This episode is brought to you by Peach's Ingredient Wands. If you never want to have to go to the shops ever again to be able to cook the most amazing, beautiful, incredible cakes and cookies and all kinds of things, get yourself one of Peach's magic ingredient wands. We can't promise that it will always turn out exactly like you expect, but it will be fun. We hope you've been enjoying Silly Stories for Kids. Head over to sillystoriesforkids.com for more information and for more fun. This has been me, Peach. And me, Sam. We'll see you soon. We can't believe it. Tickets to the Silly Story Spectacular in Queensland have already sold out. But if you missed out, make sure to head over to sillystoriesforkids.com/tickets and join the waitlist. Who knows, if there's enough interest, we might even need to do a second show. All right, we'll see you soon.